This is a message for President Barack Obama. President Obama, these conservatives are fascists. They have called for a revolution, and frankly, you're going to have to shoot them in the head. Does that sound unreasonable to anybody? It would to most people. However, this is exactly what conservative commentator Glenn Beck said on his nationally syndicated radio program about progressives and about your administration, Mr. Obama. Let's listen.
They believe in communism. They believe and have called for revolution. You're going to have to shoot them in the head.
Okay. Lots of people are asking, what is driving these militia people to kill? This is what is driving these militia people to kill. It's not that you're a Muslim socialist with ties to Al-Qaeda that wants to send their grandmother to a gas chamber after you send everybody else to a FEMA death camp, but that's what they believe. They get this message all day long, every second of every day, and it's not just coming from Glenn Beck and from radio talk show hosts. It's coming from the NRA. It's coming from Sarah Palin. It's coming from Freedom Works. It's coming on fundraising letters on your Republican congressman's letterhead. It's from the absolute heart of the Republican campaign machine. All of these people and all of these organizations have the same message to these people every single second of every single day in one form or the other. You're going to have to shoot them in the head. That's what they're saying over and over and over again. It makes the voices in the Son of Sam's head seem innocuous by comparison. Mr. President, we need you to inform your average American that this is happening. They think that this conspiracy talk is just things that the militia members say to each other in forested clearings and whatnot. No, it's coming over the public airwaves, through the radio. It's coming over their televisions, into people's living rooms, through corporations that are licensed to broadcast by the United States government. During the first 100 years of this country, there was something called the corporate death penalty. It was simple question was asked, is this company and corporation serving the public interest, or is it actually harming the public interest? If it was harming the public interest, you simply denied them the ability to do business. Maybe that's something we ought to take a look at. Now, these militias may not be a threat to you directly, and they may not be a threat to the federal government, but they are a threat to us out here, and they're a threat to police officers and law enforcement. Even before the Las Vegas shooting and the Georgia courthouse attack, there were 9 shot to death in Tennessee by a fan of Michael Savage and Sean Hannity. Dr. George Tiller was shot to death after relentless demonization on Fox News by Bill O'Reilly. 2 state troopers in Alaska shot by so-called sovereign citizens. Another 2 down in Memphis. 5 police officers shot in Pittsburgh, and another 2 in California by fans of Glenn Beck. When the guy in California was arrested, he said, Glenn Beck would never advocate violence himself, but he'll give you all of the reason you need to do so. Now, these people are being driven to madness, and we need you to call out the ones who are doing the driving. We need you to appeal to ordinary, normal, sane, average Americans to stop giving these people money in forms of NRA memberships, in forms of watching their programs and listening to their radio stations. These people are selling advertisements based upon ratings because they're saying, you, Mr. America, Joe Blow in Topeka, Kansas, are watching Fox News, so that's more we can add to the coffers. And, you know, hey, if more cops get shot, we can roll more videotape and sell even more advertising. If you're one of those guys, please stop it. Please just turn that off. Go watch a sitcom. You'll find as much reality on a sitcom as you'll find on Fox News. Stop supporting these people, please. Now, I know, Mr. President, that you can't get any gun legislation passed right now because this Congress is owned by the NRA. However, it might be worthwhile to point out that this is an election year, and 90% of Americans support, at the very least, background checks on gun purchases. So you might want to appeal to that 90% and explain to them why it is that we can't get anything passed. And, what are they going to do? Are they going to call you a gun grabber? Mr. President, they're going to call you a liberal, communist, Nazi, socialist, Stalinist, Marxist. Even if all of that's contradictory, it doesn't make any sense. You could send them free guns in the mail, and they would still say that it's just a trick to take their guns away. So, please, get out there and lead on this issue. Use the things that they've said. It's all on videotape. It's all in the press. At the very least, maybe during this election cycle, they'll say, the fact that people are being shot is starting to freak the voters out, and if the voters get freaked out, we might lose Congress, and if we might lose Congress, then they might actually pass some sort of legislation that'll prevent us from selling howitzers to psychopaths, and then we'll lose money, because they sure as hell don't give a shit that people are getting shot, but they care a great deal about money. And if we could just make them stop going kill, kill, kill for just the period of the election season, then maybe some police officer can go home to his children at night after the end of his shift without going to the morgue instead at some point over the next few months. Give us some help out here. We would appreciate it. Thank you.